by way of introduction, I am the convener of 67 CEOs and 67 CEOs Foundation. And what we do as an organization, it's a non-for-profit organization based out of Johannesburg, South Africa. And what we do is we assist small businesses with everything related to business development. And we convene CEOs of companies to or partner with them to be able to do that. And over and above that, I'm also the founder of Apata Group, which is a technology company where we assist, again, small businesses to get online and how to increase their market share and customers in the form of digital services and products. So I've always been in the business development advocacy or small business development ecosystem. And last year or recently, I thought it would be great to open up conversations around what it takes to register business or company in different African countries. And one of the things that motivate that also is the World Bank Ease of Doing Business. For me, it is very uneasy, excuse the pun, to see that there is no single African country in the top 10 of ease of doing business. And that should change. That should change, in my opinion, and the way to do that is to start conversations like these on what are the challenges, that people face when it comes to registering business, and why is it not easy for them to be able to do so. So again, that is the premise for this conversation. So I don't know if you want to say anything concerning that remark before I do a brief introduction of you, and we can get into the proper conversation.
The remark is fine by me. You may go ahead, please.
All right. So thank you very much, Barrister Edoziem, for joining me. For those of you that don't know Barrister Edoziem, is an experienced lawyer, and is a legal advisor also. Is very experienced in legal and law procedures when it relates to businesses and all law practices. Is based out of Lagos and is the managing partner, at Anne Claire Khan and Associates. Did I pronounce that correctly? I don't
Very
think
well,
I did.
Anglican.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. And for the viewers and listeners, it's not Anglican. It is spelled AHNGLEIGHKAN, Anglican and Associates.
Very well.
So that's a brief introduction of my guest today. And Barrister Edoziem, if you could expatiate on who you are and what you do and your experience.
Very well. Like you've rightly said, I am Mr. CP Edoziem. You've made all the introductions. Legal practitioner based in Lagos. Is there anything you did not say about me? You said it all. I am the managing partner of Anglican and Associates.
All right.
My office is located at Okpebia Lane in Ikeja, Lagos State.
Okay.
I'm fully into litigation. That's what we do, and also corporate practice.
Great. And if we may expatiate or go deeper into some of your day-to-day activities, what would that be? So describe your normal week, and some of the things you get involved in.
Yeah, my normal day, my normal week, if I'm in court, at 9 a.m., I'm in court. Courts in Nigeria starts at 9 a.m. Sitting starts at 9 a.m. So you do your matter for the day, 11, 12, 1, you are out of the court. Like today, I'm supposed to be at the High Court. However, because of this meeting, I assigned my matter to another junior of mine or a colleague of mine in the office. So ordinarily, by this time, I should be on my way back from the court. That is what I do. And when I'm not in court, of course, I'm in the office doing some paperwork.
I see.
Like preparing some processes for filing at the court and all that. These are basically how we run our week here. We are purely into litigation, like I earlier said, and that is what we do. That is what we know how to do.
All right.
Yes.
So in relation to the reason why you and I are having this conversation, which is around registration of companies or business in Nigeria. So how do you get involved in that? Or what are the things you do in relation to that practice?
Very well. What we do is simple. If you intend, or if anyone intends to register either a business name or a limited liability company or an incorporated trustee, there are basically three dimensions to it. We have a business name, we have limited liabilities, and we have incorporated trustees. Now, if we do all that, if you want to register a business name here in Nigeria, to some extent, you may not even need a lawyer or an accountant to do that for you once it's a business name. And what is the process for a business name? Of course, you suggest the names you want to register. So when you suggest the name, it is our own responsibility to enter that name for what is referred to as availability search. We conduct a search on that name. When we enter the name for the search, it is not left for the staffers of Corporate Affairs Commission to look into their database to know if the name suggested is already registered. Now, if the name suggested is already registered, of course, they will decline accepting that name for registration. Now, when that is done, you suggest further names. Aside that, if the name is approved for registration, what you now do is you tell the client the requirements, things to do to enable the perfection of the registration of that business name.
Awesome.
And what are these things? Are we together?
Yes. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the documentations required for the registration of the company, I just, for the benefit of those that are watching and listening, so that they get to understand the government agency that is responsible for the registration of companies and incorporated trustee, like you said, or limited liability, so it is the CAC. What is CAC, the government agency that is responsible
CAC
for?
It is Corporate Affairs Commission.
Great.
With its head office at Abuja.
Okay.
And the law regulating it is the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020.
Okay.
That is the law regulating it, the law establishing and regulating the issues or matters related to companies here in Nigeria.
Great. I see that CAC has a website, and you had mentioned earlier that for an individual or a group that would like to register a company or
Yes.
an incorporated trustee or whichever kind of entity that they want to formalize, you had mentioned earlier that they might not necessarily need a lawyer to do so. Is this because there is a portal on the CAC's website that an individual can go to be able to do that? Is that the reason why you said so?
Let me explain that. I said if you want to register a business name,
yes,
a business name is distinct and different from a limited liability.
Okay, please explain that. Please explain the difference.
A business name is, just as the name implies, it's just registering your business name, but with Corporate Affairs Commission, which is, of course, distinct from a limited liability. When you talk about limited liability, it's a company that is distinct from the owner.
I see.
It's distinct from the owners, but when it comes to business name, it is still the same.
So you said that the limited liability is an individual is distanced from limited liability. However,
yes, it's different. There are two different entities.
Yes.
A limited liability, a company that is limited by liability or by shares, is different from the owners of that company. They are not the same. So the process of registering the two by CAC's rules and regulation,
yes,
a layman can do a business name, but for limited liability, there is a position or a provision for an accredited member or an accredited lawyer or an accountant that can do that.
I see. When I register a company name, what are the legalities? What can I do? What can't I do? Maybe if we unpack that for the benefit of those that want to just register a company name and then go to the limited liability, we don't have to worry about the incorporated trustee for the benefit of this conversation. So what are the legalities of registering a company name?
Very well. Registering a company name, what you stand to benefit from doing that? Did I get you right? Is that the implication of your question?
My question is, as an individual,
yes,
if I am willing to register a company, or what would prompt me to want to register a company name as opposed to a liability company?
Okay. In Nigeria, here now, like I said, when you have a limited liability, it means that you are distant from the company.
Yes.
And in the event of any liability of the company, you are also distant from it. The liability goes to the company and not you
as an individual.
Like I said, for business name, that is not the position. They are one and the same entity.
Okay.
It's a sole proprietor thing. They are one and the same. Like a company limited by liability is different from the owners of that company. The only time in law you start looking at the owners is where there is issue of fraud. We now look at unveiling
the individual.
Yes, unless and until there is fraud. Aside that, it's a different ball game entirely. They are not one and the same.
I see.
Now, why you must register business name here or company limited by why you should register is there are so many reasons it is important once you register a business in Nigeria, a company in Nigeria. Like I said, one of the reasons are this. If you are into business here in Nigeria and you don't have a registered business name or a registered company, there is no way you will access any facility, credit facility here in Nigeria. No Nigerian bank will allow you to access their credit facilities. It is only possible if you have a registered business, if you have a registered business, or if you've incorporated a company. Unless and until that is done, there is no way you can access any credit facility here in Nigeria. Another thing is this. If for any reason you are being indebted by a customer of yours or whoever you are dealing with, most times when you go with a name that is unregistered to claim the debt or to prosecute the matter, the party on the other side may come up with the issue that, well, this Mr. Sam and company is unknown to Nigeria. And as such,
you don't have a legal right or ground, not right ground.
Cannot sue or be sued. Now, it becomes an issue. If you also want to have a relationship, a contract with any agency in Nigeria, the company must be recognized, must be registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Aside other regulatory bodies you must engage or register with, the first thing you have to do is to register a company with Corporate Affairs Commission.
Awesome.
So, yes, if you don't have any registered company, there's no way you're going to do anything for any government agent in Nigeria, or government agency, in Nigeria.
No, thank you very much. Yeah. Please finish that thought. Finish that thought.
No. So these are, of course, the merits of having businesses. Or it has also the demerits anyway, like especially when you relate it with business name and the limited liability.
How much does it cost to register a company name and a limited liability? What is the cost?
Okay. The cost. Of course, if you are registering a limited liability, asking me of the cost is relative and is not the same.
Okay.
What I may charge to register what A may charge to register a company or a limited liability is not what B may charge.
Okay. Let's look at it. Let's look at it from this angle. And maybe that would then take me back to the question I asked earlier. Let's start with the registering a company name. Let's clear one fact, and correct me if I'm wrong. An individual can register a company name on CAC website. Is that correct or not?
Yes. A business name, yes.
A business name. An individual can register a business name on CAC website. Can such individual make payment on CAC website also?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
Do you know the cost of that, of registering a business name?
I think the whole thing, the filing fees and all that for business name is within the neighborhood of 8,000 and 12,000 naira.
Okay. Now, let's take it a step further. To register a liability company, an individual or a group is going to need a lawyer, involved.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So
Very well.
take us through that process. What are the documentations required to register a liability company? And how much do you charge, or would you charge an individual or a group?
All right. To register a limited liability to incorporate a company, of course, like I earlier said, you suggest the name. Upon approval by CAC, there are requirements. Things, information should furnish the lawyer that is incorporating the company for you. The information are as follows. The names of the directors. Of course, there will be more than one director. Cannot just be one director. The names of the directors, their email addresses, their addresses as in residential or whatever, or the office
contact
address.
details in general, yes.
Yes, the office address and all that. Then the passport, photograph, and the ID card. And it's a valid identity card. And here in Nigeria, definition of valid identity card has to do with the national ID card, the driver's license, or the international passport. These are the three ID card that qualifies as valid identity card, which Corporate Affairs Commission requires for incorporating of a company. So, these are basically the requirements. You just furnish the lawyer with this information. It is the lawyer's duty to go ahead
to file the application, as it were.
Yes.
And
yes.
how much, since you said the market rate is relative,
it is.
yeah, you don't have to.
Okay,
mention,
basically,
yeah.
For $1 million, there are in a limited liability company, we have you may want to incorporate a company with just 500,000 shares.
Okay.
You may also want to incorporate a company with 1 million shares.
Okay.
Capital. So if it's a 500,000 shares capital, on the average, lawyers collect 45,000 naira.
Okay.
And if it is 1 million shares capital, on the average, too, lawyers collect 65,000 naira.
Okay.
But this, it just
it's very,
it can be,
yes.
But any lawyer can take 65,000 naira to incorporate. I'm not talking about an SAN. A lawyer can take 65,000 naira to incorporate a company.
All right. Now, for young people that are willing to formalize their business,
yes,
what is your recommendation considering these two provisions?
Okay. Of course, I will recommend they incorporate a limited liability company.
Why so? Because the reason I say why so is the registering a company name is cheaper, as it were, and easier.
Yes.
So why, in your opinion, a young person that is willing to formalize? Because you had mentioned earlier.
Now I like the qualification. Now I like the qualification. A young person.
Yes, that was a question.
Young person. Maybe I didn't get that.
Oh yeah.
A young person, first and foremost, at least should get a business name registered.
Thank you.
Start off with that. Start off with business name. Just have a business name.
Yes.
With that, you can do so many things. And so many things that the limited liability even does. Yes. Everything you can do with a limited liability, you can also do it with a business name that is registered.
Thank you very much for that point and the clarity. Yes. And can a non-Nigerian register a business in Nigeria?
The answer is yes.
Okay.
A non-Nigerian can register a business in Nigeria.
Okay.
And that non-Nigerian will be well protected by the Nigerian laws.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is that the same rules that applies to a Nigerian that registered a business name in Nigeria equally applies to a non-Nigerian that registered a business name in Nigeria. As simple as that.
So there's no any special provisions for a Nigerian that registers a business in Nigeria or a non-Nigerian. There's no the law applies. The law applies equally.
They apply equally, but of course, there must be a proof of the legality of your stay in Nigeria.
I see.
Yes. Of course, there's a column for are you a Nigeria or you are not. If you are a non-Nigerian, of course, you must stay, show proof of that you are non-Nigerian and this is how you are here.
I see.
Yes.
Can someone on a visiting visa, because there are different kind of visas, visiting visa, business visa, and other immigration documentation like as such. Can someone with a visiting visa register a business in Nigeria? So visiting visa means what is it called? Like a tourist, a tourist visa, and I'm generalizing, because I'm not speaking specifically to the Nigerian immigration provisions. So a visiting visa will be like a tourist visa, you want to visit Nigeria for few weeks or a few days, and maybe in the process of that, you walk around, spend a few days, and you thought, what, I like the way business are done in this country, Nigeria, that is, and you then thought, what, it would be great to set up a company in Nigeria. So someone with and I know with a business visa, for example, in South Africa, if you have a business visa, you can register a business. So again, can a person with tourist or visiting visa register a company in Nigeria?
Well, the answer I may give to that is yes.
Okay.
You may register, but of course, you don't start filling the forms, or the lawyer, whoever that is doing that for you, shouldn't start, of course, indicating his visit in 2 days is out. It's not part of the requirements. Nobody's asking of you to indicate if you are here on a visit
for business or
visa
or
not.
tourist. Yes,
it's not
yes.
part of the requirements.
I see.
Even if you have a name that shows that this person is a non-Nigerian, nobody's asking of you to provide such details.
As long as you have a valid passport, is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Which is an identity document.
Very well. So the issue of being here on visit, it doesn't.
All right. On that note, would you say that it is easy to register a company in Nigeria?
If there is anything Corporate Affairs Commission is trying to achieve and in amendments of their laws, if there's anything they want to achieve, that is ease of operations of Corporate Affairs Commission. They want everything digital, certificates digital, everything in a space of time you have it. So they've all those hurdles. Each day they are revaxing the laws, trying to remove hurdles and all that. So
all the roadblocks.
Yeah, exactly. They want Nigeria want people to come and do business here, and whatever that will be a stumbling block to that. The laws, they are using the law now to take care of all that. We want people from South Africa, all over the world. We want them here.
So guys, you are
Here.
listening, guys, you are listening to Barrister Edoziem is
Very well.
advocating for you coming to or going to Nigeria to start your
Yes,
company.
our laws are good. Our laws, we protect them. There are several investment opportunities here in Nigeria.
Okay.
We may not have the best of government, but there are laws. There are standard laws here.
I see.
And the laws will definitely give them all the protection they need here in Nigeria.
Without discrimination.
Without discrimination.
I see.
So they have nothing to worry about.
No, thank you very much. I think with that said, we kind of achieved the purpose of this conversation, which is highlighting the ease of doing business in Nigeria. And I know according to the World Bank metrics, we only touched on one, which is how to register a company in Nigeria. And I'm saying that because I know there are different metrics that the World Bank Index, Ease of Doing Business Index, looks at. Having said that, I would like to appreciate you, Barrister Edoziem, for the clarity. Thank you so much for the insights, and thank you for projecting the confidence, that is needed to invite people, outside of Nigeria or non-Nigerians or non-Africans to come and register or go and register or start a business in Nigeria. So is there any closing remark on your side when it comes to business environment in general in Nigeria?
Wow. What I can say as my closing remark is, I must be honest with you, Nigeria has the best of friendly business environment. Let me go out of what we are saying. I have seen people of foreign nationalities in businesses here, and when they have reasons to be transferred out of Nigeria, I have seen them weep, cry. The presentation of Nigeria to the outside world is not exactly what Nigeria is. This is a good place, a cool place, and the people here that have already invested in Nigeria do not really want to leave this nation, and they are not presenting the case as it were here to the nations, even where they come from. And Nigeria is a place you can come with nothing. You start a business, you get to banks, you access loans, you do business with our money. Even as a foreign national, nobody's trying to say, you are not a Nigerian, as such, you can't access our facilities, our credit facilities.
As long as they are legal, as long as
they are legal in this country. Yes, yeah. It's a wonderful place to do business. And your business opportunities are so high, so much. So wow. I want to seize this wonderful opportunity, and it's my pleasure to be online with you. I want to use this opportunity to invite, to throw it open, to let the world know that Nigeria is a place that is well protected by the laws. We have our laws. There is no perfect system. We may have an imperfect governmental administration, but the business environment here, it is the law that prevails. The law rules here when it relates to businesses.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Barrister Edoziem. Your time and your insights and your experience and expertise are highly, highly appreciated. And I know that those that are going to watch and listen to this content are also going to benefit a lot. So like Barrister Edoziem encouraged, I am also encouraging you, if you are a non-Nigerian or even Nigerians in the diaspora that, would like to come back home and register their business. You know, we are all encouraging you to come and to Africa and Nigeria specifically to start your business. I just remembered something right now that I would like to get your opinion on, if you can, before you go. It's on the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. Do you have any opinion on that?
Whether
What's your opinion? What's
in
your opinion
support of
generally? Yes.
it's nothing. You know, it will encourage development and growth in Africa.
Great.
It's a welcome development.
All right. All right. No, on that said, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, Barrister Edoziem. And maybe sooner or later, we could have a second, conversation and then take it further, because obviously we couldn't touch on issues relating to tax, and maybe in our next conversation we can go deeper into the Company Act and some of the regulations and procedures that are required. I wish you all the best. Regards to your family, and have a prosperous week, sir.
You too, sir. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.